A lot of people speculating on what the Stalker creature is in the game, and I have my own theories. One of the most common ones that I'm coming across is that it is Lisa Trevor from Resident Evil, the HD remake. It seems, like I said, I've been avoiding them, so it's just like titles of things coming up, but it almost seems like people want it to be Lisa Trevor. And this is the what's it called? This is the demo, and I've got the sound turned off. So, I guess I'll start by recapping on this. Hello. I'm gonna talk kind of through this because it's long. It's like a 13-minute demo. This, of course, if you didn't know, is Grace Ashcroft. Her mom, Lissa, was in one of the PS2 games, Resident Evil Outbreak. Both of them, Fall 1 and 2, from what I can figure. Oh yeah, there's like a hype thing that something on your screen. I don't know anything about it, but y'all can hype me up somehow. I'd initially pulled this up just to have some background something going while I talked, but might as well give it something of a playthrough, a watch, while I run my mouth, because that's what I do. Of course, we don't know where we are. I know we go back to Raccoon City in the game, but I don't think this is in Raccoon City. I think this is what leads her to Raccoon City. Okay, I don't know what it is. I assume it has something to do with that crown. I think I saw one earlier while looking for some theory videos. Maybe so. Hey! An ad. We're not watching it. I don't remember whose video this is, but I will link it in the description. I didn't link anything there yet because I'm gonna have like a list of them. I hope to do at the end. And I'm just, if we watch their video even for a second, we're gonna credit them in the comments, and I'll of course credit them here. Ah, okay. I just got a thing that, God, hi, the other day saying that it's a thing I should have. Well, He's dead.
He's dead.
I just said that, Grace. Thank you. We're actually coming up on this. Off with his head. Oh, hi. I'm not a fan of mouths or teeth. I think it said it was on videos, but I haven't made and posted any videos. I love the fact that she falls in the game when you're running. I mean, I'll hate it later, I'm sure, but like when I actually play it, I'll hate it. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that Goops is it's the Stalker creature, and there's theories.
What was that thing?
More lips, yeah. But there's kind of the two main theories are that it's Lisa Trevor.
Oh my god.
And I've got another video to watch about it. That I haven't watched either. That I assume is going to cover the we'll flip over there real quick. SinglePlayerNacho. Do-do-do. The OG Goop. I don't know.
And let's take a moment to celebrate. Alright, what's up, guys? SinglePlayerNacho here.
I've never watched anything from this guy.
The upstanding citizen, loving, cuddly father of two beautiful kids, specifically his son, Mr. Jack Gator Baker. Why? For starting a trend in the newer Resident Evil games, the Stalker type enemies. And actually, I take that back. It was Lisa Trevor from Resident Evil Remake that started the enemy wave of I'll follow you around for a bit until you die or leave the vicinity. Or maybe it was Nemesis.
I was about to say, he's wrong on both counts. Nemesis was, the first big Stalker enemy.
I don't know. The point is this. This beautiful face of wonders. This is Resident Evil's new Stalker type enemy, whose origins are seemingly shrouded in mystery, on purpose. And for that simple fact,
yes, of course
it's driven
on
the
purpose.
fan base insane. Theories that this beautiful young woman is actually this character, or this obscure child, have been popping up. And I personally wouldn't buy into many of the it's actually this character. However, I will say...
Right, yeah. So the main theory, I think, is that this is... Because this takes place some 30 years after the events at Raccoon City, which was the original 2, 3... I guess you could count 0. Sorry, I'm distracted by Redford. Anyway, and so there's a big theory that this is Lisa Trevor. We never did see her face in the game because she was wearing some other woman's face that she thought was her mom.
When Lady Dimitrescu was revealed, you know, the most thirst-producing RE stalker known to man, Capcom had no problem in revealing lore tidbits. When it comes to this thing, I'll give her a name for the sake of the video. When it comes to Matilda, the devs have been uncharacteristically shy about her origins. One thing's for sure.
Yeah, he's
from
been
the
up here
gameplay
6
demo
times for
and
treats
reveal
today.
trailer, which we'll be analyzing, we're looking at an incredibly complex monster who may not seem that complex at first glance. And I'll briefly mention each batshit crazy theory as we go.
I don't want to I'm looking at two theories here mainly, and that's that it's Lisa Trevor and that it's Alyssa Ashcroft, which is Grace Ashcroft's mom. And I mean, I'm gonna be honest right here. I'm gonna say it's Alyssa Ashcroft, just because for multiple reasons, but it doesn't make sense to be Lisa Trevor because she was fit for that game in that mansion because her dad built the mansion, but she's not really a good fit here. Plot wise, Alyssa is the better fit. I believe. I believe Alyssa is the better fit because she adds plot details because it's her daughter she's trying to kill. This is 8 years after her death, and we never saw her death, so we don't know how exactly she died or any of the details, just that she died in that hotel. It's a lot. I feel like Lisa would be a dead plot point. Another ad.
This game, you're not ready for it.
I'm not.
Extremely familiar. If you've played
So, this is Lisa Trevor. That's not a very good picture of Lisa Trevor because her arms were locked up. That's an odd way to put that. Exactly, right. The mansion's been destroyed. We're looking at, let's see, I think they said the mansion was built in the 60s, so 40, 50, years after, either way, it's 30 years after the mansion was destroyed, which is her link to the game because her dad built the mansion. There's not much left unless her dad built multiple other mansions or buildings for him, but then it wouldn't have made sense for them to kill him because he was useful. So I feel like Lisa's just a dead plot point to bring her back in this capacity, whereas bringing back Alyssa for this adds a deeper plot point. It could give reason for Grace to actually start fighting, whereas in the first parts of the game she's not. She's just kind of there, running, hiding, dodging, whatever. And I don't know a whole lot about the past with Resident Evil Outbreak. I've played it. Actually, you mentioned reusing her. They actually, part of the reason that the theory is that it's her is that they reused her audio for her.
played
for
RE1 Remake, this is undoubtedly Lisa Trevor's screech or cry that she makes when attacking Chris Boulderstein Red.
Right.
So the crazy theory wheel starts spinning. Undoubtedly, Lisa played RE. That screech sound familiar?
So that's part of the reason that they believe that it's that a lot of people believe it's Lisa, because they reused the audio. When asked, they admitted they used the audio as a placeholder. And so people are like, oh no, it's Lisa, and they're just hiding that. I'm thinking because in the first of the game you hear Grace. I think they're using it as a placeholder so you don't catch recognizable audio, or not Grace, Alyssa. I think they're using it so you don't catch recognizable parts of Alyssa's voice or vocals, whatever, however you want to put that. That's my theory on the audio and why they reused to that one.
If you've played RE1 Remake, this is undoubtedly Lisa. So the crazy theory wheel starts spinning here. I do think there is a chance that Matilda is Lisa Trevor, or a clone, or some shit. This is Resident Evil Requiem after all. We're returning to Raccoon City to tie up loose ends. And to some, Lisa Trevor is a loose end. And if Matilda is Lisa Trevor, holy shit, girl, the years have treated you fucking amazing, actually. I'd welcome this, but Capcom is known for reusing a lot of monster sounds, and I don't remember Lisa ever being impervious to light. But the patient gown, the wrist
she was in light
shackles,
quite a bit.
I want to believe. Oh yeah, one more thing. Let's not forget that this monster, Miss Matilda, didn't spawn out of the fucking ground. She's wearing a goddamn gown. I did not know they made them that big. Whatever or whoever we're looking at was once human. And with that, a whole lot of
bracelet on her arm is.
Was she experimented on? By who? For what purpose? How long was she interned? Who interned her? Okay,
interned her?
Stop. Oh yeah, Alex Wesker did intern Natalia, who's largely gone missing in the sphere of RE. Unless Matilda is actually Natalia. Okay, I'll stop.
All right, so that is also a theory that I've seen in some titles. And if you don't remember who that is, in Resident Evil Revelations 2, she was a little girl that had survived on the island, I guess. He tried to make that a word, right? But he Alex Wesker, which was a girl version of Wesker, I guess, was trying to do like a body swap with, she was trying to put herself in the little girl's body. And it kind of alluded at the end that that's what happened. That she was, that it had worked. So there's theories that this is her, but I've only seen that run up once or twice. I don't think it is.
Whichever way you want to spin things, we have ourselves an absolutely horrifying, ravishing new beast to deal with. This thing's design will scare people for generations. Personally, I hope we're dealing with
no more than my ex-wife.
But I can totally see the
this
cool
is Lisa.
Nerd implication of Matilda being related to a character we've already ran into. Seeing Lisa Trevor again, after all these years, in glorious 4K. Hell yeah. Or even if she's...
That scene that it just showed, right? That it just showed was they found her mom's grave. For some reason, was just glorified down there when she was just a failed patient. She found her mom's grave, grabbed her mom's head, and ended herself. She didn't have a reason to keep going, and even after that, she dropped herself down in the hole, and then the building blew up. So, and like I said, I don't think this hospital is in Raccoon City. So she would have had to have gone a long ways or been transported a long ways after that happened.
Alyssa, what a fucked up spin on mother/daughter relations, which, by the way, the most recent entries have been known for.
This is Alyssa.
Resident Evil 7 is all about family gone mad. Village is about a good family versus a bad family. I wouldn't be surprised either way. Regardless, welcome, Matilda. You will not be thirsted over like Lady D. If you have any interesting batshit crazy theories...
So, right, but where would it go? Because all of Lisa's backstory is out. It's open. She really was a sad character, or, the sad end to a character that had nothing to do with nothing. Her dad built the Spencer estate, and then she her and her mom were just kind of taken and used as experiments. And then the dad was supposed to be, but he hid out in the mansion for a while, and I assume died somewhere in there, or was caught or whatever. There was a tombstone for him. But there's not, well, let me take that back. There was something called the Wesker Files or Wesker Reports that I feel like making it the mom would be a whole lot better plot-wise, narratively speaking, and the way that they keep talking about Grace and her story and her going from this scared running woman she is here to a using guns and fighting back, and the way they talk about her personal growth, making that her mom really feeds that narrative is so much more. And I don't want to just bash the Lisa idea. I've thought about it and I've thought about it, and I just can't find a plausible reason for it to be her. It would be cool, I guess, to see her as a return for a bit, but not in this role. I think this role, and like I said, I don't think this hospital is in Raccoon City at all. I'm pretty sure this hospital is probably somewhere else. It's not abandoned, obviously. This is fresh blood. The power's still on. It would hit close to home, I think, for a lot of people. Narratively speaking, I think it's amazing. I'm not one for fan service. I don't want Leon back in this. If Leon comes back in this, I want it to be in Hunnigan's role. I want him to be calling her and be like, hey, you need to go this way and through that door. As opposed to being some kind of main playable character. I want to see where Leon, in his broken old age, has taken up a lead role in some organization and is, more father figurely authoritative, having other people do the work. Right. A lot of people want Leon to come back. I don't. Let him age gracefully and let him be the boss. Let him be the shot caller. The same with Chris. They have run Chris into a depressive, heartless ball of muscle. He needs to do something else too. I love these characters, but they've run them through so many physical and emotional trials that they're just not viable for fear anymore. They're just not. They're what's the word? They're acclimated to the fear. And free Chris. I would, but little furball to run away and I'd never see him again. So, I love the legacy characters. I do. But, like they said in one of the earlier interviews for this, it's supposed to be about being scared, which is hard to do when your characters aren't scared anymore. Which is where I think this is a great character who needs to be the beginning to the end, the main character. I wouldn't be too upset with, you know, cutting off like they did in Resident Evil 3 remake. You know, where you just kind of cut off and played Carlos for a little bit. I wouldn't like it necessarily. It's kind of a break to the game that I wasn't too keen on then, certainly not now. It breaks the connection with the character you're playing. But I feel this story ought to be just about her growth. And if the basis of this narrative is her growth, then it needs to be her mom. And that's something they have said is, you know, she starts like this, but, you know, they add more to her as she grows. She starts off as a scared, non-filled, experienced character. And grows from there. And I think they need to do that from getting to the end. And for that to happen, this has to be her mom. As terrible as that sounds. I hate it too. Because I couldn't imagine actually doing that. But for character connection, that has to be it. It just has to be. I can't see a way to bring Lisa in and make it feel viable. Ads. I muted it again. And that's just, to me, that's where I see the character growth at. And that's in any game. And in any game you play that's, you know, a story character building game like this, it really needs to be things that affect the character. And to look at this right now and think, that's her mom. Well, you don't build a character much more than that. There's nobody here. There's nobody else theorizing with me, and I have run out of talking points. I made a cup, though. Oh, wrong way. Right. So that, you know, when it comes down to it, you're actually... Well, when it comes down to the end of it, she's literally gonna have to be the one that kills her mom. So, and that is, you don't get any more, you don't get better character growth than that. Right, I think. I missed the later seasons of that. It's the flashy back. So she puts her hand out to her mom. Was she still typing?
I'm almost done. Just a sec.
It's really coming down hard.
It's bad posture.
Mom.
It's right beside you.
Maybe. I do remember that.
Miss Ashcroft?
Yes.
Who was it?
Dunno. They asked for Miss Ashcroft and then they hung up on me.
And then they hung up.
What the?
Grace, we need to go.
Go where? Mom, what's going on?
Hurry.
Wait, who's coming? What's wrong?
We need to keep our voices down.
This is ridiculous.
Come on.
I'm actually working on my weight and my posture, which is why I keep leaning back like this. Because my
Tell me
posture
what's going on.
Now is not the time.
used to be military greatness and now is about as hunched over as I'm trying to kiss my own feet. Follow Mom.
Stay close.
Mom, wait.
Grace, keep moving.
We, of course, aren't told where this is.
Oh, I'm so sorry about the power outage.
What happened?
It's really no excuse, and I apologize for the
Same.
inconvenience.
Oh, no.
I just need it to be more often because I have a
should
pinch
it
disc in my
soon.
lower
I
back.
just need to find my...
Come on in, Grace.
I'm working on a theory about that guy too.
Grace, look at me. Grab my hands. Okay, look at me. Look at me. In. And out.
Now, this is the one, this is her mom. This is the one that I think is that big creature. Geoguessor? What's a geoguessor? Guess you are... I don't know what that first word is. I got dumbs. But this woman here is, I think she is the woman who is the big stalker character. And part of that could be that in her story in Outbreak, one or two, I don't remember which one, she actually had to take an antivirus called Daylight or something like that. I'm not super keen on that particular story, though I do have both games. My PS2 don't work. Okay. That's cool. I'd love to know where this is. Anyway, she took an antivirus to heal her in her games from the PS2, which could play into, you know, maybe she did die, but because of that antivirus, she did not actually die. She undeaded. So that could play in as part of it. So there's just a lot of ways to play her in as the creature. And yes, I know the creature's hair is longer, but your hair grows after you die. So oh yeah, I've thought about that, but at the same time, Resident Evil developers use a lot of old style fashion stuff. Because I tried to do that on a picture of the building.
Breathe in and out. Oh, Grace. I promise you, I will explain this all to you one of these days.
Well, explain it quick.
Grace. Please know that you are my hope.
It is. It's blonde. It's
What are you
just.
talking about?
Just
I'll go back and look at the creature here in a minute.
I love you too.
okay.
The hair is a lot thinner.
I'm scared.
No. We need to find a way out of here now.
But we don't have any of our stuff.
Come back for it later, Grace.
And that part of the game takes place. And that's all we know about how Mom died.
Most fans' PC looks like.
So, right here, you can, is my mouse on there? Okay. Right here where that light's hitting her hair, you can see that it's, blonde. Obviously, there's no features of Alyssa Ashcroft here, notably, besides, blonde hair, but I also have a theory on that. If I can get, well, hello, that's very close to your head. I need a closer up picture of it, the head. Come on. Do we get a picture of your forehead, ma'am? Okay, so you can not see it there because I'm in the way. All right, so right here you can see there is that's what I thought. Face shape. Obviously there's a lot of less hair on her head, but if you look, her head is cut open. So there's been some kind of surgery. I assume. There's a right, that seam. It looks like an old surgical scar. Something split her head open. And in the process, it looks like her eyes are inhumanly sent over. So that is my theory on why this is Alyssa Ashcroft. And we don't know, like, this could be because when Grace turned around, she saw some dude swing an axe at the top of her mom's head, and that's how she died. Could be. And it's Resident Evil, so maybe she's got a mouth on top of her head as well. That's a real big possibility too, considering. Not that it's one that I would like, but it's a possibility. But there's a lot of people who, one of the things I don't like is fan service. I want companies to make a great game for their fans. I don't want fan service. I don't want them to just throw a lot of things in here because we thought it'd be cool. I want them, I'm really cool with them going back to Raccoon City. I'm cool with Leon having a passing. Everyone wants Leon back. I'm tired of Leon. I'm cool with him having a passing commentary on it, or radio contact, something with her. Oh, right. The eyes are so far apart. So the axe thing and grows back together. Yeah, it all makes sense. Or, whatever it was, because whatever that thing killing people was undead, dead, something too. but I want this to be centered on her in familiar places where we get to learn things about what's going on without having to bring back all the legacy characters to do it. it is, and it is to a mild degree, I think. But if you account for distortion, as you know, obviously she grew. If you account for distortion possibilities, it does, I think, increase the chances of it being her. As opposed to anyone else. It doesn't make sense. I saw something the other day where someone said it was Alexa or Alex Wesker, and that doesn't make sense because I feel like if they were going to do that, they would have made her a bigger character. And who knows, maybe at the end we find that it is the little girl grown up and doing whatever in Raccoon City. I think that Raccoon City is the perfect place for an underground umbrella corporation to continue doing its work. Because I'm sure the place is off limits for, you know, contamination purposes or whatever. So those are my theories on it. I plan on doing more of these. I'm hoping somewhere along the lines more people will show up to them. I will probably chop this down into a regular video and put it out there. Make some shorts out of it. See how everything goes. But those are my thoughts on it. And I guess I'm gonna leave it there. I kind of run out of stuff to say on this particular topic. So I think I've heard there's more of it, or I've seen a video that there's more to this. Oh, okay. So I did that sort of in the thumbnail, but you don't get to see Lisa's face because she's wearing someone else's face. And there's like a slit that she looks through. Yes, that's my goal. I want to kind of look into the hooded man that we saw kill the dude in here. Where's it at? Okay, there's an ad for something. Okay, right here. This is the guy that I'm assuming killed Alyssa. She was very arms and legs, and by all means this creature does seem to have elongated arms and legs, but that's also not uncommon for the mutations, at least in the arms. Everything seemed to get long arms. Right. And I have theories about this guy too. And I haven't, like I said, I haven't been looking at other theories on this because I wanted to do it this way. Yeah, so in 1998, the little girl would have been in her 30 or 40s. Another 30 years would have put that big character in its 60s. implying that she just kept growing, which is fine. But like I said, I don't think in that scene you're in Raccoon City. A very big boned. Jaw. I do feel like if it were Lisa, she would have some kind of permanent marks on her wrist from the block she was in. The block that I'm assuming she had been in since she was a child. So even though, you know, the block's not there, I feel like there'd be permanent marks. And this one has some kind of bracelet. Could be a gray silver hair. I'm not trying to rule out anything necessarily. I don't want it to be Lisa because I can't find a solid premise for it to be. And I feel like making it Alyssa makes it a more solid story. Especially of growth and, you know, the emotional journey. I can't remember where it was, but they said it was kind of an emotional journey, one of the developers. And you don't get any more emotional than losing your mom twice and being the one to take her life in one of them. So I'm just saying I'm going to be upset if it's not her mom. No worries. But that's the thing, is she's dead. She's not necessarily healing. Growing and maybe putting back together. So if it were Lisa, I feel like there would be some kind of scarring or misshapedness if that were her, because someone didn't come in and take it off. She had to break it off or outgrow it or something. So I feel like there would be some kind of marks on it, even if it did to an extent heal back up. This guy, I've seen some videos saying it's Wesker. I don't think it's Wesker. That's a terrible end for Wesker. I have my theories, but I'll get into that when I do the video on him. I tried to do a poll, but like nobody voted on it on YouTube. So, yay. Anyway, that's as much as I've got here. I will I'm looking forward to doing more of these theory crafting styles, and then I'll probably do more theory style videos as well on things that, well, I mean, this one has a whole turnout of 3 views, which means it's you, my kids, and 1 person looked at it. So hopefully I can make it into a long form video and get more eyes on it. So what's up? Idea? Oh, nice. I'm only seeing a total of 3 views, so I'll take the 4. Haha. Either way, I'm venturing into new territory. I expect it may take time for people to start watching. And oh, you were the 1 vote. Nice. Haha. Well, not on this. I had a picture of him and then like several others. Somewhere back there. Anyway, I plan on doing more of these. These are fun. I like to watch them. I might as well make them. I'm also currently on a diet that has me drinking 80 to 120 ounces of water a day, and my bladder hates me. So if I run out of, since I ran out of stuff to say, I'm gonna go ahead and call it quits. And I'm gonna go to the bathroom because my bladder hates me. So, thanks for watching. I hope to see everybody at some point again. Yes! Very, very hydrated. Very. More hydrated than I've ever been in my life. It's exhausting. You too, Lissy. I'm going to see what I can do to get this into a more compressed version for better viewage. Thanks everybody for watching, and until next time, have a great whatever time of day it is wherever you are.